Bruh. Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
Hi guys, what is going on? It is BlackLight here and welcome to my channel. So today I'll be talking to you about the positives and negatives in my opinion of the Battlefield 1 beta map Sinai Desert and what I think about them, and if they can be changed I'll talk to you about it and see what you think. Leave your ideas in the comment section below and hopefully I'll get my opinions to you and maybe you can give them back to me later. So basically I'm going to start with the negatives first to get them out of the way. And then we can move on to the positive side. So, starting off, one of the big problems with the map on Sinai Desert at the moment is the map design, of course, with the E flag. I mean, why is it about 450 meters from every other flag? It's completely obsolete, and worst of all, if you try and take over it with a plane, like flying over it, it has a really small cap circle as well, which is really annoying, so you get to spend like about 3 seconds in there unless you're constantly turning, which is really irritating and makes you a prime target for every other plane in the sky on the enemy team. So that's a big problem there and it kind of needs to be sorted. I don't know how they do it, because otherwise it would change the whole map and they'd have to redesign the whole map, well, part of the map anyway, and it would be quite a complicated process. So moving on, the medic class. So the medic class in Battlefield 4 was a very prominent class because it had the defibs, it had some of the best weapons in the game, and could do a lot of damage very, very quickly. But in this Battlefield 1 beta gameplay, there seems to be nothing you can really do with the medic class. They have the replacement for the defib with the syringe, but no one calls for defibs usually. There's like what, 2 a game usually, 2, 3. Not in Battlefield 4 you could get 5, maybe 6. It doesn't work properly, and so it's more of a gunfighting class, but even then some of the best guns are in other classes, so I'm not seeing the point. A lot of other people aren't seeing the point. It's just quite a big problem because it's a useless class. So moving on, Rush. Rush gameplay was one of my favourite game modes on Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3. Yeah, it was fantastic. You could get loads of XP, be a great game mode, it'd be exciting all the time. But Rush on Sinai Desert seems to be really, really boring. Don't know what it is, but the MCOMs just don't seem to be well placed, and then again the teams aren't as big as they were on Battlefield 4, and a tank, like I think there's a few tanks on each team which just completely annihilate you. If you've got better tank drivers on the enemy team, your team is gonna lose. End of. It's just simple as that. There's no way of getting around it. So like, what are you meant to do? It's basically biased towards the defending team. Surely the attackers should be getting the most because they're risking their lives to try and attack and get the MCOM so they can move forward and progress. But it's just not working like that. So, like I mentioned, the servers aren't the same size. With Conquest they're the same. Rush, they're not. So battles are less intense, they don't work the same way, there's not as many gunfights. It's basically just tanks versus, like, I don't know, I think it's 12 people, and it's just annihilation really, isn't it? It's not going to work. So people want to see a larger amount in the Rush servers to make them more interesting, make them more user-friendly, I guess, to the audience of the Battlefield players and the Battlefield community. It would just be more exciting in general, really. Now, another class that's got a bit of a problem is the cavalry class, when you get on a horse, because that class is seriously overpowered. Like, for some reason, you have extra armor because of the clothing you wear for a cavalryman, and then you get the rifle, which reloads fast. You can basically, don't know what it is, but there's a glitch with it where you can use it as a gun, but then it also acts as a sword. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. I had it earlier, where it's my I think it's an 1895 marksman rifle. I think it has, and it was just swinging around like a sword. Like, is it meant to do that? I don't think it is. Battlefield or DICE. I think that needs to be sorted. I think that's a glitch. But yeah, it's OP as hell. It has extra armor. I think it has a health pack and an ammo pack. Comment in the comment section below if I'm wrong on that. It's basically the ideal class. It has armor, good weaponry, good drops. So medic, health drops and ammo packs and stuff like that. It's just overpowered, really. All you need to do is go into battle, get off your horse, and you're free. Why not? You've got an advantage over everyone else. Surely you'd use it. Then we're moving on to another overpowered thing. Tanks. Tanks on Sinai Desert seem to be the way to go. I can go into a game, go like 0 to 5 and get 5 deaths straight away, and then I can spawn in a heavy tank, and that will turn from 0 to 5 into 25 to 5. I don't think it's meant to work like that. It's almost bullying, really. It's like it shouldn't really be like that. I know it's what kind of realistic, because there's not many things to take out the tank. There's the anti-tank rifle and there's anti-tank grenades, I guess. But the anti-tank grenades, I think, in my opinion, aren't that effective, because it needs the heavy anti-tank grenades. I think it needs 4 or 5 heavy anti-tank grenades to actually kill a heavy tank. And then with the anti-tank rifle, I think it's around 8 shots, direct hits, to actually kill it. I mean, that's a bit ridiculous considering there's like a 3 or 4 second reload each time you fire the anti-tank rifle. So that adds up, and then before you know it, the heavy tank's seen you and you're dead. There's no escaping. It's game over for you. Another problem I've had, I don't know about anybody else, but the bayonet charge. If you're not accurate with the bayonet on the end, then you just run past them, look like a spaz, and you just the enemy players just asking, what are you doing with your life, as you casually run out the door with a bayonet charge, screaming for no reason whatsoever. It's just, what are you doing? I've had it happen to me, and I've like face palmed so many times. Like, I've missed their bodies by an inch, and I've just run out the door screaming for no reason. It's stupid. Last 2 points. Second, or penultimate, the sandstorm. The sandstorm, great visual effects, amazing. This is where it contradicts itself. When it goes into play, it pretty much makes the planes and the aerial combat redundant. You can't see anything from 5 meters away, and I know on Sinai Desert, when you're in like a bomber that's really slow and doesn't turn very well, or something like that, you pretty much got a very high chance of just crashing into a mountain that you didn't see 5 seconds ago, because it wasn't there. All there was sand flying around in your face, but now there's a mountain and you're gonna fly into it. What are you meant to do? You're gonna die. End of. Game over. Finally, the spawning system. I don't know, I think there's a clip. Yeah, there is a clip in this gameplay in the background of me just spawning in. No problem, I'm about to help out my teammates, and I turn around and get wiped off the face of the earth in 3 seconds. I don't think that's meant to happen. It doesn't even give you a fair chance to actually shoot the enemy player. It's a little bit like, why should that happen? Why would you want to spawn on a flag if you're going to get instantly annihilated by an enemy? That's just not the fun, is it? It's not like what Battlefield and DICE would do. So I was just why would that happen? Anyway, moving on from the rubbish stuff and moving on to the positives. DICE, Battlefield, EA, whatever, graphics. Oh my god. Holy cow, they're amazing. They're just sensational. I don't think I've ever seen graphics like it on a game on the PS4, which is what I play. It's ridiculous. The attention to detail and everything is immaculate. And now we move on to the sounds. You get that really satisfying feeling when you've just shot someone in the back of the head, got a headshot, got the marksman bonus, you got the kill, 100% or something, and you get that clicking noise, the clocking noise of the gun. They've got it spot on. The sounds are basically like real life. I mean, not likely, but if I had one outside, it would probably sound exactly the same. It's great. Now we move on to the next point, aerial combat. Aerial combat this year is great. It's great fun. It's actually needs a skill level now. You actually, instead of this lock-on bullshit from Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3, I think, you actually have to use your skill with the guns, and you have to point them and use deflective shooting to actually hit your opponent and hit your enemy, take them down, take them out of the sky. You're winning. Okay? Everyone's you're happy. He's not happy, but whatever. So, like I said, skills actually needed in BF1, which is probably unlike BF4 with the aerial combat and tanks, because again, they were a little bit overpowered. You could go on massive tears. Now, even more so with the tanks, due to less heavy weaponry is being used in BF1, I guess, because you don't have like J-down bombs and stuff falling out the sky, completely tearing your tank apart. So, next point, destruction of the map. Levolution was fantastic when it first came out on BF4, with the Siege of Shanghai Tower falling over. Everyone thought it was amazing, everyone thought it was sick, looked great, but sometimes it does get a little bit tedious and a little bit annoying when that one guy on your team, you want to keep the tower up, and then he blows up all 4 of the pillars and the tower comes crumbling down. Slightly annoying, actually really annoying. Why would you do it so early in the map? Enjoy it while it's there. And now you've got smaller Levolution, but in my opinion it's 10 times better because it's more detailed. There's certain bits of the map which you can't destroy, obviously, because otherwise it would just be a barren wasteland in 5 minutes. Everyone would just try and blow up the entire map. Yeah? It just wouldn't work. And then there would be no fun to it. There'd be no cover. You'd be in a massive desert full of rubble, and that just wouldn't be very fun, would it? So, the destruction of the map, better than BF4. Levolution doesn't change the game that much, except for the sandstorm, I guess. The sandstorm is a major factor in BF1 on the Sinai Desert map, in the beta map. But yeah, if you've got any other ideas in the comment section below, please post them. I'd like to see what your opinions are on this matter, and hopefully some of you will agree with me. Some may have different opinions. If you do, comment in the comment section below. I'll read them. I'll get back to you. And yeah, this was BlackLight, and I'll see you next time.